Well, hello world. My name's Gloria, and I never knew that having an adventurous dream was going to come true when I met the love of my life and started dating an artist. So here's my true romancing story. My name's Gloria, and I'm dating a local Portsmouth, Virginia artist named Thom Curtis, spelled Thomcurtis, and Gloria Query, last name Query. And I'll be bringing someone else into the story named Wade a little bit later. What I'd like to do is tell you that I'm a long-time fanatic and dreamer who's wanted to be on the Survivor reality show. I've become a somewhat silly prankster, jokester about the Survivor reality show on YouTube. 2 mottos: go after your dreams and never give up. Second motto: humor is a healer of all sorrows. So here's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and it's true. If you think I'm kidding, here's what you do. Contact some people in Manteo, North Carolina, and they had, let me see what it's called. It was called World Festival Art Show. Yeah, it was called the Manteo World Festival Art Show. And it started on August 14th and 15th. And here's my story. Me and my romantic new friend in my life that I love and adore, named Thom Curtis, he invited me to an art show at the Manteo World Festival Art Show. We set up our tent. Guess who this tent is made by? It's made by Flourish, Flourish, Canopy Tent Company. He had a 10 by 10 tent, and it had a canopy. It's white, it's 10 by 10. It's got anchors, it's got weights, it's got all kinds of Velcro lock systems and hook systems and things you can, put it in the ground with. And I don't know what all those contraptions are called. All I can tell you is if you buy any tent by Flourish Canopy Tents, it stays together. So here's our story. And you know what, Trimline Canopy Tents, I expect you to call Gloria Query about this in Chesapeake, Virginia, because it's a true story. As a matter of fact, Trimline Canopy Tents, you should be contacting the Survivor reality show about this, and y'all should be setting up some kind of challenge thing that happened to me and Thom Curtis and another young man named Wade. Okay, we go there and we set up this canopy tent by Flourish Canopy Tent Company. We put it together, we put the weights on it, we get it, it's all anchored, it's all hooked together with Velcro, it's hooked together with the hook system, it's got the weight system on it, it's a canopy, it's got zipper systems, it's even got those new mesh panels for people that want to hang paintings or doodads at shows throughout the country. Art shows, arts and crafts shows, or whatever you want to call it. Little did we know, our adventure was soon to begin. We worked hard putting that tent together. I think it was Tuesday night, August 13th. The next morning we set out on our journey for the World Manteo Festival Art Show. Or is it called the Manteo Art World Festival? Does it matter what it's called? You always need humor. Alright, so we go there, and he's parking his vehicle, and he's got himself, this little trailer with all his artwork in it, and we're getting it out, and he's running up there, and I'm following, and I can't find the boyfriend. I'm standing there where the tent was. Can't find the boyfriend or a tent. And then I look out towards the sound of Manteo, North Carolina, where the World Art Festival is, by up here. 2 or 300 yards out in the middle of the sound of Manteo sits a tent under 10 or 12 foot of water. All intact. All together. Not one piece apart, with hundreds of people from afar and some on the pier just looking at this amazing sight. Thom Curtis, he just stood there like in, I guess, shock. He never lost his mind. We were all in shock. He walked down the pier. I was just heartbroken for my boyfriend. I followed him, and then before I knew it, his friend that we stayed at our beach home named Wade followed, and they're standing out there, and he says, I guess I need to go out in the water and see what I can do. Now, it's in the mud, too, underneath, all intact, and the metal parts are stuck down in 2 or 3 foot of mud, but that tent's still hanging high just like it was together out on the shore. And they both jump in for about 10 minutes. And I say, I need to get in the water and help you guys. I think they're attempting to take the tent apart, and I already know a little bit better underwater, swimming in New York. If I go to the beach all the time with my sister, I'm not a great swimmer on the water, but I'm great under the water. And my sweetheart says, Gloria, don't get in the water. So for 10 minutes, I'm about to hyper out, about to have a breathing problem on shore, because this is just not working for me. I'm the big dreamer glow of Survivor. My boyfriend probably just didn't know how bad it was. And 10 minutes later, I said, guys, sorry, but I gotta jump in the water. So in the water I jump, and underneath I go, following the metal bars, down to the bottom and to the right, holding my breath, 1, 2, 3, coming up, say I got 3, they say they got 1, I'm back down, I got 3, they say they got 1. And an hour and a half later, we have this whole tent completely taken apart, piece by piece, and we handed it to people up on the pier. Yeah, we did. We took that whole tent apart, and that tent never broke. We never lost a part of that tent as far as it being broken apart. We lost 1 3-foot section of pipe that we dropped to the bottom in the mud and couldn't find. That tent never fell apart. It was not one part lost except one piece we lost at the bottom of the sound, and Thom said, no worries. We've got the whole tent. I'll buy another 3-foot section. So, Survivor, we had quite a journey. I taught myself that any challenge you put on Survivor, that age is not a factor for me or my boyfriend Tom Curtis, or for that young gentleman in his 50s named Wade. And you know what? Me and my boyfriend are in our 60s. I'm 61, and he's 65. And we're in the sound for an hour and a half, taking apart a tent that is unbelievably steadfast and strong. So if you ever want to buy a tent, you need to contact Flourish Canopy Tents. They got them 10 by 10, they've got them 10 by 15, they've got them 10 by 20s, they've got them priced $8.95 up to $14.95 or more, I guess. They've got weight systems, anchor systems, metal systems, Velcro systems, hook systems, canopies. Let me tell you, Flourish Tents, they make a heavy-duty, hardy, stay-together tent. Even when a gust of wind takes it and it lands in the sound or in the ocean, it's all intact. You can go under the ocean, take it apart piece by piece, just like we did in the Manti-O Sound. So, Trimline Canopy Tents, contact Gloria and Thom Curtis, Thom Curtis, the artist, in Portsmouth, Virginia, or Gloria Query in Chesapeake, Virginia. And also, y'all need to contact Survivor, and y'all need to get some advertising going on, and you need to tell Survivor to put Glow and or Thom on their show. And actually, I challenge y'all to put a tent underwater. Trimline Tents, I challenge you to put a 10 by 10 foot tent together underneath water in 10 to 12 foot of water, which is barely the top above it, and it probably should go down in about a foot or 2 of water with mud, and watch Glow and Thom Curtis take it apart. Because I give you that challenge, and I dare you to have us take it apart, and if Wade wants to join us. Is that great advertising from Trimline Canopy Tents or not? Game on. Contact the officials down there in Manio, North Carolina, right there by the pier in the sound. You'll be able to get hold of somebody. It's on the web. Manio World Festival Art Show, and who's in charge, and find out if this story's true or not. Game on. Hey, go buy yourself a Trimline Canopy tent today and tell them Glow and Thom or Glow alias Gloria Query, and Thom, the artist, Curtis, sent you. Bye. Survivor's got nothing on Glow and Thom Curtis and Trim Line Canopy Tents. Game on.